Hello students, myself Mrs. Globina Gomes. Students, in this video, we are going to learn an assembly language program where we are going to count even numbers and odd numbers. So let us start with it. Aim of the program is write an assembly language program to count even numbers and odd numbers from block of data starts from memory location C200H to C209H. Store the even count and odd count in memory location C300H and C301H respectively. Let us understand the aim. Here we have to count two things. First is even number and another one is odd number. And after counting even numbers and odd numbers, we have to store the result in C300H, that is even number will be stored in C300H memory location and odd number will be stored in C301 memory location. Here the data or the content will be stored in the memory location C200H to C209H. Means there are total 10 numbers of memory locations. Means 10 data will be stored in this memory location. And out of 10 data, we are going to separate out even numbers and odd numbers, and that count will be stored in C300H and C301H respectively. Okay. Now, in mathematics, what is even number? We all know even number is the number which is divisible by 2. Okay, and what about odd number? Odd number is a number which is not divisible by 2. But here, how do we find out or how do we recognize what is even number and odd number in assembly language? Okay, so before let us do that. But before that, just have a look on input and output of this program. So what will be the input? Input starts from C200H to C209H, and here we have taken some data. Okay, that C200H is containing 05 H data, C201 is having 04 and so on till C209, and easily we can recognize 05 is even odd number, 04 is even number, 06 is even number, and we can count even numbers and odd numbers. So if you count, the even numbers will be 6 and odd numbers are 4. So 06 will be stored in C300H and 04 will be stored in C301H. This is the final output which we should get. Okay. Now let us move to the program. How do we do that? Here, whatever the number which we are taking, that numbers are converted into binary numbers, right? Automatically processor will convert the numbers into binary numbers. So here one of binary number is 0001, 2 will be converted as 0010 and so on. Up to 9 we have taken for an example. Okay. Now if you look at the numbers, how can we say that 01 is odd number and 02 is even number? After looking carefully on each number, we can find out that if we take odd numbers, then of each odd number, last bit is 1. Let us see. 1 is 1. Here for 3 it is 1. For 5 it is 1. For 7 it is 1. For 9 it is 1. Okay, for all odd numbers, the last bit is always 1. And for even numbers, the last bit is 0. See, for 2 it is 0. For 4 it is again 0. For 6, 0. 8, 0. Means whenever the last bit is 0, then that number is even number, and if the last bit is 1, then that number is odd number. So this is the way we can identify even numbers and odd numbers, and then we can count it and store it in the respective memory locations. Now how can we take this last bit? Yes, we have learned one instruction where we can transfer the last bit into a flag, that is into a carry flag. And we can say carry is set or reset, according to which we can find out the even number and odd number. Okay, so we will have better understanding in the coming program. Okay, so let's start with the program. So here the registers which we are mentioning, okay, and the memory is also displayed over here. Memory starts from C200H, okay, up to C209H, and the results will be stored in C300H and C301H. So what will be our first instruction? The first instruction will be a instruction where we have to load the H register and L register, that is HL register pair. Why? Because HL register pair will always point to memory. So whatever be the address stored in HL register pair, the content of that particular address will be taken into the memory. So our first instruction is yes, LXI C200H. After execution of this instruction, what will happen? H register will get contained as C2. So this C200H, this particular address will be stored in HL register pair, right? So C2 will be stored in H and 00 will be stored in L register. So HL register pair will be loaded with the memory address C200H, and whatever be the address, whatever be the content is present in that address will be stored or will be automatically allocated to the memory. Okay, now M is having the content as 05. Now next, we have total 10 memory locations. So we have to find out or we have to look for each number 10 times, right? Each number, we have to visit each memory location. So there are total 10 times we are doing the same process. So we need to set a counter. So counter will be set as any register. So here we have taken register C as a counter in which we are storing the data as 0A, that is 10. So now C register will have the data as 0A. Okay, 0A. Next, now we have to count even number also and we have to count odd number also. So the even numbers count will be stored in one register and odd numbers count will be stored in another register, right? That is why we have taken the instruction as MVI E00H. What happened after this instruction? After executing this instruction, register E will be initialized as 00. Okay, E means here we are going to store the count of even numbers. Okay, and we will take one more register in which we are going to store the count of odd register. So we are initializing register D as 00 where we are going to count odd numbers. This is the initialization part, we are doing it. Now after this, okay, this is done. Now next is what? Okay, first of all, we have to take the 05 which is stored in memory location C200H and which is also stored in memory M into accumulator. So what instruction we will use to transfer the content from memory to accumulator? Yes, move A comma M. Okay, after this instruction, what will happen? The accumulator will have the content as 05. Now accumulator is having content as 05. Okay, means after this we are going to use the instruction as RRC. Why RRC? Because we want the last bit of accumulator, that is a zeroth bit, to be transferred to the carry bit. Okay, and we have learned all this instruction before. So RRC, what it does, RRC rotate or transfer or shift the content of accumulator to the right side by 1 bit, and here RRC is means without carry. So A0 bit will be shifted to carry, and also A0 bit will be shifted to A7th bit also. But here our intention is to take the last bit into the carry flag. Okay, so what happens now? The accumulator content will be 00000101. Yes, it is 5. Correct. Now here carry flag, we don't know whether it is set or it is reset. Okay, and we don't have to bother of it. After executing RRC, what happened? Each bit will be transferred, or each bit will be shifted by one position to the right side. Okay, so A0 bit is what? 1. So that 1 will be shifted to the carry flag. Now carry is 1 here. Okay, here carry is 1. After that, we are going to check whether the carry is set or not by using jump instruction. You must have learned all the branching instruction: jump, conditional jump and unconditional jump. So JC, this is conditional jump, means we are checking, we are testing whether the condition is true or false, right? So here we are checking, or we are testing that carry flag is 0 or 1, that is it is set or reset. So JC means jump if carry flag is set. Okay, so now if carry flag is set, then what happened? Carry flag is set means the last bit is 1, means that number is odd number. So we have to count, we have to increase the counter of odd number. That is, we have taken register D for the odd number, right? So now it is 0. 05 is odd number, means 1 is the odd number ka count is 1, right? So here carry flag is 1. So we have to go, we have to increase the counter. Okay, we have to increase the register D by 1. So 5 is odd number. So our odd counter will be incremented by 1. So now D will be 1. Okay. After that, we have to move to the next memory location, right? That is C201H. So to move to next memory location, we have to increment the HL register pair by 1. Why? Because right now HL register pair contains C200. Now we want C201, right? So how will we do that? Yes, we will use the instruction INXH, where HL register pair will be incremented by 1. Okay, so here now C201 will be stored in HL register pair. So memory will be pointing to C201H. Now C201H having the content as 04. So memory is having content as 04H, right? When we move, or when we increment the HL register pair, at the same time we have to decrement the counter, right? So counter is decremented by 1. So now C will be 09. Okay, now see here C will be 09, and until we get C at 0, the register C at 0, we have to repeat the process. When we reach C at 0, it means we are reaching to the memory location C209H. That is the final memory location, and after that we have to stop our execution. Okay, so after this instruction, what will come? We have to do the same process until we don't get the C at 0. Okay, now C is 0. No, C is 09. So again we have to continue the process. From where we have to continue the process? We have to continue the process from move A comma M. So I have given the label as L3, means it is jump to the, if it is not 0 means carry flag, sorry, register C is not 0, it means 0 flag is reset. So we have to go to this point, we have to go to this instruction move and again repeat the same process. Okay, now after this what happened? Now memory is 0 4. Okay, so 0 4 will be transferred to accumulator. So now the 04 will be transferred to the accumulator. So now the content of accumulator will be 04H. Okay, again we have to check whether it is even number or odd number. So again RRC instruction, what it does, it will transfer the last bit. That last bit is what? The last bit is 0. Okay, that 0 will be transferred to carry flag now. Now we are using the instruction as JC, means if carry flag is 1, then we have to increment the counter of register D. We have to increment the odd counter, right? Now here what happened? The carry flag is set. No, it is reset. Carry flag contains 0, means this condition false. So do we need to jump to this step? No. Then what we have to do? We have to increment the even numbers counter, right? So what register we have taken as even number? That is E. Means we have to increment register E by 1. So we will be using the instruction INRE where register E will get incremented by 1. So now the content of register E will be 1 here. So there is one odd number now, one even number now. Okay. But after this instruction, it processor goes sequentially, right? So after this INR E instruction, processor will execute INR D instruction. But do we want this instruction now? No. Once the even count is incremented, we have to go to the next memory location, that INXH. This instruction should be executed, not INRD. Then what happened? How do we go after this instruction to INXH instruction? We have to skip now INRD instruction. So what instruction we will use? Yes, unconditional jump we are going to use, that is JMP. Okay, here we are not checking any condition, just we are jumping on the next instruction, or we are skipping some instructions and jumping to the another instruction wherever we want. So here the L2 will be on which point? Sorry, so here L2 will be at the instruction INXH. Okay, means we are moving to the next memory location, that is C202H, and we are repeating the same process until we reach to C209 memory location, and likewise we are counting even numbers and odd numbers. So as soon as we get the C at 0, we will stop the process. Okay, it will come out of the loop, and till then we have found out the count of even numbers, that is in register E, and the count of odd number which is in register D. Okay, so now we have the count of even count in register E, but where do we want the result? We want result to be stored in C300H. So can we take from register E to C300H? Do we have such instruction? No, but we have instruction where we can store the content of accumulator to the memory location. So that is why first thing we have to transfer from memory location, from register E to accumulator, and then we can store it from accumulator to memory location. So how can we transfer from register E to memory to accumulator? Yes, the instruction is move A comma E, where we can transfer the content of register E from to accumulator. Okay, we are transferring the content of register E to accumulator, and now E has the total count of even numbers, and now that count we have to store in C300H by using instruction STA C300H. So the count of accumulator means now right now accumulator is having the content of the count of even number that will be stored in C300H. Similarly, we have to also move the count of odd numbers from register D to memory location C301H. For that, we also have to transfer from register D to accumulator by using instruction move A comma D. Okay, and from accumulator to memory location C301H, and this is how we can find out the total count of even numbers and the total count of odd numbers. And here we have to stop the program. This is the end of the program. I hope this program is clear to you all. This is very simple program. If you apply logic and if you go step by step, you will understand how to write program. By now, you should be able to write the programs by your own. Okay, so here we have found out the count of even numbers and odd numbers. Okay, this for practical exam, you will be having the you will you will have to count the odd number and even number. But in theory program, sometimes they will be asking you to find out only even number or only odd number. So you can do likewise. You can change your program according to your question or according to your aim. So this is the end of the program. Again, don't forget to write the program in table format. This is the very important thing, right? So we'll be writing the program in the table format. Once you have written the program, it is very easy to put it in a table format, right? So LXI, first we always start with the memory location. We always start with the memory location C00H. The label is start. Okay. First instruction LXI HC200H. So H00 is the lower order byte that will be written in the second memory location, and C2 will be written in the third memory location. It means this LXI instruction is 3-byte instruction. Then MVI C0A, this is 2-byte instruction, so 0A. Second byte, the second location for the second byte. MVI E00H, again this is 2-byte instruction. MVI D00H is 2-byte instruction. Move A comma and 1-byte instruction. RRC 1-byte instruction. Okay, here some opcodes are not available with us right now, but you will be provided with opcode sheet where all the opcodes are mentioned, and according to the opcodes you have to write the opcodes here, and these opcodes you need to enter into the processor to get output. Okay, but in theory exam this opcode column is not important because you can just write it down, this memory location, label, mnemonics and comments. That will be enough. Okay, one important thing that the semicolon is very important when you write the comment for each instruction. Then jump if carry, then go to L1. L1 is what you have to specify the memory address of the instruction. Okay, so here the memory address is C012H. Okay, so here C012H you need to specify here. So according to which you will be writing. So we have written 12 and C0 here. The next instruction is INR E, which is 1 byte instruction. Again, we are going to jump to L2, that is L2 is C013 to that instruction, to the instruction INX H. Okay, so here just 13 and C0 will be written after this, means JMP. Jump condition is a jump instruction is 3 byte instruction. Same for JC, that is jump instruction is for 3 byte. Okay, then INRD again 1 byte, INXH 1 byte, DCRC 1 byte instruction, JNZ L3 again this is jump instruction, so which is again 3 byte instruction. So we are jumping to the previous memory location, that is move A comma N M, which is at memory location C009. So here 09 will be written, and then after that C0 will written in the next memory location. Then move A comma E, again it is a 1 byte instruction. STA C300H is also 3 byte instruction. 00 and C3 will be written in the further memory location. Then move AD 1 byte instruction. STA C301H, this is 3 byte instruction, so 01 and C3 will be written over here. And last is RST1, and it means we are ending with the program. So here this is the end of the program, where we are writing in a table format. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching this video.